I can't find good people. I'm like, well, good people want to know what the game plan is. What's your strategic plan? Where are you going? What opportunity exists out there? So you want to work through things and make it as easy and as clear as possible using facts, not feelings, to get where you want to be in that time frame.
And I think that we just need to get everybody bought in at the same level and then help them each individually understand their role in achieving those goals.
All right, we are in it to win it here. And we're here with Therese Potter and Stephen Harrington Descotieux. Just to help me pronounce and spell it on an ongoing basis. So big, huge believers of creating an annual game plan. And I think so many people struggle with this, but don't worry, APP as always has got your back. We actually have a whole workbook, whatever you want to call it, but just I know I do better if I can fill out something versus having to look at the blank piece of paper, right? And this is a great time of year. The sweaters start coming. We like to say, if you purchased a pumpkin, it is time for you to start working on your strategic plan. Some agencies like to start it in January, day late and a dollar short, in my opinion. December, we lose a lot with the holidays. I like to have it all done beforehand because once I'm done as a owner, I got to get it out to people to start working on. And when that new year hits, it's time to get rocking on that plan. So huge believer in it. I think one, it helps you with clear direction, where you're going to spend your resources. There are not unlimited resources, despite what everybody thinks. Like, hey, it's a business. There must be an unlimited vault of cash in the back. No.
No.
What problems and challenges? Every business has problems and challenges, right? Like that's, as you grow, they become different. We need to make sure the team is in alignment. So your agency, your payroll is your biggest expense. And if everybody's not rowing in the same direction, guess what happens? We're burning resources. So if your team doesn't know where you're going, you're never going to recruit the best people. So I love it because everyone always says, I can't find good people. I'm like, well, good people want to know what the game plan is. What's your strategic plan? Where are you going? What opportunity exists out there? You're asking everybody to leave maybe a comfortable environment to go to an unknown. Having a strategic plan is actually a great way to help recruit. So I'm going to start with what is a strategic plan. Basically, it maps out your entire game plan for the whole next year, right? So what is the vision for the year? I like to sit down and think, okay, I start at the company level, and that's important for leaders to know. If you're the owner, start at the whole company. And then think to yourself, what do I want to be at the end of 2025? So if I'm sitting here this time next year, I'd be super psyched if this was the scenario. And then you can go into, okay, well, how can each department, how can personal lines, commercial lines, support team play into that? And then you need to think about your goals and what resources you need to get there. You can't just go and put this plan like, we're going to double in size. And everyone's like, how? I don't know. You have to solve the how through your strategic plan. And I think that is very important for you to identify, like, you could double your agency next year. It might break everybody in the business, but you could double depending on your size. And if you know that in advance, you can start building up those resources now. When you have it and you have that roadmap, I think a lot of agency owners get what I call shiny object syndrome. It's like, I want this now. I want this now. I like this. This is what the cool kids are doing. Let me go hop on this and get this. Everybody wants this. And then you end up with all this stuff, but no real identification. And I'm going to say this, the biggest resource every agency is time. So your strategic plan is going to help allocate time. Maybe, Therese, you want to talk a little bit about vision and mission and how to set goals, if that's okay with you, because that's a big part of the strategic plan.
Yes. So you want to start kind of looking in the future. Where do you want your agency in 10 years? Where do you want it in 5 years? Where do you want it in 1 year? And you have to kind of start with the 10-year and work your way backwards. And as you do that, you come up with your 10-year, your 5-year, your 1 year. And in the middle of that, it kind of helps you build the steps you need to take to get to those. So here's my big 10-year goal. Here's my little bit smaller 5-year goal. Here's where I want to be in 1 year, and then break that down into months and then into weeks. So it makes it a SMART goal. It needs to be specific. It needs to be measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So you want to have benchmarks and deadlines. I like that at APP we use quarters. It helps us kind of break things up in every 3 months. So you have, 4 quarters to a year. And then it kind of gives you guidelines and goals and a place to basically start to review it. So you have your goals for the year, you break it down into quarters, and then you can check in at the end of each quarter to see how did you do? Is there something we missed in that quarter that we need to add to the next quarter? And you want to identify everybody's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, because that helps you get ahead of those items. So if you know what people's strengths are, you can have them work specifically through those strengths, have everybody help them with weaknesses, the agency's strengths and weaknesses. So you want to work through things and make it as easy and as clear as possible using facts, not feelings, to get where you want to be in that time frame. And I think really goals help people kind of have blinders on, like a horse, with blinders. It kind of sets you with your laser vision to that goal. It helps your staff kind of vision, oh, wow, I'm part of their 10-year goal. I'm part of their 10-year plan. That's neat because it makes them realize that they're part of something and that you're counting on them to help get you to that 10-year, 5-year, 1-year goal. And then when they accomplish those goals after the quarter or the year, it's exciting for them. And of course, you want to celebrate that because they helped you get there. But it's exciting because goals are fun. It's something that people should all want to do and want to achieve. And I find when people have goals, and even myself, when I have a goal to strive for, I push harder to get to that goal or to strive for that because I want the team to win. So you want to show your staff these goals and these, guides to get there because we all want to win together as a team.
I like it. I also think winning is fun.
Yes.
That's what I would say. Just even one part of a strategic plan is just a SWOT analysis. Can you break that down for somebody who's never heard of that before?
The SWOT is strengths. Like, what are we really good at? What do we have to focus on? What is going to be the easy part of the challenge? Then we get into the weaknesses, and this is, the struggle bus is coming. Toot, toot. What do we know that some of the challenges are going to be? Right? So what's great? What are the strengths? What are some of the weaknesses? We then get into the opportunities. Why are we doing this? How can we get better? What does that really look like? And then the threats. What's going to throw us off track? What's going to make us not be able to accomplish this goal? So I think that we have to look at the whole meal deal of what do we already know we're going to be great at? What are some of the things we're not so strong in? Where can we really be impressive? And what do we need to look out for to make sure that we're not going to be off track or lose?
Perfect. Now, the next thing I think is really important, which is the action plan, right? Like, I know where I want to go, but what am I going to do? Am I going to invest in training with APP, right? Like, we need to get our retention up. What are the resources out there that we need to do? Maybe it's that you need to get a sales process. Okay, we have one of those. Maybe it's that you need to change management systems or invest in a new piece of technology. We're looking at new carriers. Maybe you need to hire. You're looking to say, like, wow, we're in that place where it's probably time to hire somebody. So now you need to kind of break down what that game plan is, because just setting the target out there with like Teresa's goals doesn't give people the empowerment. Otherwise, everybody goes back to us, be like, that's nice. But if they know, hey, in March, we're going to do renewal calls, or we know, hey, in July, we're going to start sales training. Now that's something that people can latch on to, right? Like, I'm going to have the tools I need to help hit the goal. And I think that that's also good not to sideswipe people, right? Be like, I don't have time to do this. Well, we talked about it in December. So we've been gearing up for this the whole time. I think that that's much easier. So maybe, Stephen, because you go into a lot of agencies with our agency 2.0, which is almost like a mini strategic plan, right? Like just random throughout the year, whenever it comes up. Well, how do you think it's best to communicate this plan out to the peeps? Because this is huge.
I think that we need to get everybody together so they all hear the same thing the same way, and there's not a whole lot of confusion or chaos of, well, so-and-so said this, and then they get themselves all Twitter pated because now they're hearing secondhand information or how somebody else interpreted it. So whether it's a Zoom meeting, all staff meeting, or a live get-together, I think whenever we're implementing a plan, especially of this magnitude, it needs to be a big deal. The bigger of a deal we make of it, or the more special we make it, the more the team tends to pay attention. And I think that we just need to get everybody bought in at the same level and then help them each individually understand their role in achieving those goals. So it might be a high level overview where this is what we're doing and here's kind of the main bullet points, but then we have separate team meetings where each team understands their part of what is going to be involved to hit those strategic plans as well. It depends on how comprehensive your plan is. But I think that we also just need to be clear and understand different people hear things differently. So we probably should have some visuals that they can look at. We need to be ready for some clarification for the questions. And we need to talk through it and really share the reason behind what our plan is, or why our plan is what it is.
Yeah, I love the idea of making it fun, right? Like the funner, the better, because then people get excited. And then it leads us to you also have to have some kind of incentive for people. So this is a huge opportunity to roll it out to get that level of adoption. I also think you have to monitor and measure. So as a leader, you have to put in checkpoints, like how do we know if we're on the goal and communicate them? We do a monthly all hands on deck meeting where we share our goals, share where we are. And then it helps everybody understand what team needs help, what team's killing it, where can we all be a group together. I think one of the reasons people maybe struggle with strategic plans is it feels like it holds you hostage, right? Like, well, this is important, but I have to do all these things now. Or what happens if something changes and my top person leaves? You adjust. That's all. You just adjust and all of it will be okay. You just adjust. And then you keep moving forward. So, Therese, what are some best practices you see of engaging your team in the strategic plan? You've rolled it out. What's next, right?
I think having some kind of feedback from them on the strategic plan, once they see it, let them ingest it, let them read through it, let them make sense of it. And you may have feedback on it. Some of it may be really good ideas. Some may be ideas that you just don't want to implement, but you need to listen and listen to listen and make sure that people understand that their feedback and their ideas are heard. And this is the reason why we're going to continue to do it the way it's done, or this is the why we're going to add that feedback in there. But always getting feedback from your staff is important just because they need to hear like they're part of that plan. So you need to make sure that they know that they're important and they're part of the plan. You want to encourage that from all levels of the organization. And again, listen to it. Make sure you're leveraging technology. There are technological tools that can help you with a strategic plan, but please don't go out and buy all this other technological
for our workbook. They should totally buy our work.
Yes, totally buy our work. But I'm talking about technological tools like they go and buy, oh, well, let's use this system for this and this system for this and this system for this. And then their staff has no clue and can't get in or has to log into 5 different systems to do one thing that their management system may do. You want it to be easy on your staff. You don't want to have all these technological tools that they have to try to figure out. If you have one tool like your management system, which should be your base most important tool, if that tool will do a lot of the things that help you get further on your strategic plan, you want to make sure you use those. And you always want to be improving. You always want to improve your strategic plan. If you notice that something's not working, or you're doing really good on something and your goals need to be loftier, make sure you're increasing and changing it. It's not something that's written in stone. It's something that can improve with time. Things change. You may acquire an agency that you weren't planning on acquiring. So that means your strategic plan would need to change because you're adding people. Yeah. You're adding an agency. You're adding revenue. Make sure that you're always changing and improving that. And build a strategic culture. Foster culture of values, strategic thinking and planning. It's so much different when your staff knows you're going somewhere, that you have a plan to actually get there and there are strategies that you're using. I think it's almost exciting for them when they start to put 2 and 2 together, when they're doing something and they realize, oh, wow, this is part of the strategic plan. And then they get to the point where they do stuff without even realizing they're doing it, and it's included in that plan. So that's where you want to head. You want your agency, your staff, you want everybody on board, and you want it to the point where they're now implementing the strategic plan without even realizing they're implementing it. It's just part of their everyday.
I like it. So a big item that everybody needs to think about, I think, is 1, getting a strategic plan, 2, getting support to do it. So whether you've never done one before, get our workbook. I mean, we release it every year. It's just got a hard market section of what to do for 2025 in the hard market. Those help you get organized and clarify everything. So again, don't recreate the wheel. Let us help you. You get the workbook. We also have videos you can add on if you'd like to. And if you're in a mastermind group, we'd be happy to present this to your mastermind group too, as an opportunity to get a strategic plan together. So there is no excuse for you not having a fabulous plan for 2025. And remember, you're a business owner. Guess what every business owner needs to do? Have a plan, have a business plan out there. And even if this is what I tell people, the first strategic plan I wrote was horrid. It was it was hard and horrid. Just like the first budget I created was just wrong. But I only knew how to do it wrong. And then the next year got better and better and better. So don't overthink it. And maybe do it as a group, do it as a team, have some fun with it. But I think for many business owners, you got to figure out, what do you want? Stephen, did you have something to add?
I did. I was going to say, a lot of times the first time you do it is the hardest, right? Just like anything else, you have to sit down, take the time, and get through it. There's going to be a lot of questions and some struggles along the way. We just need to get through it. But then as we go into the next year, we need to be looking at, what did I struggle through when I was doing this last year, and how could I break this down into smaller pieces just to monitor and maintain as I go through the next year? So when it comes to next September or October, it's not the same thing all over again. It's kind of like our friends in benefits, right? That every October it's peak and everybody freaks out. And I'm like, but I don't necessarily do benefits, but I know every October is peak. So why do we freak out every October when it's peak, when we know it's coming for the last 8 months, right? So I think we need to set it, dedicate ourselves to it for the first year, and then maintain it and monitor it over the next year.
Perfect. And guess what? The worst one's the first one.
The worst one's the first one.
The worst one's the first one. So no time like 2025 to get through it. Your future self will appreciate you. So check it out, everybody. You can go to the show notes, but we'll be pumping this the entire month. And like I said, do it with us. Have a great time. Watch the videos. Make a night of it. Grab your glass of wine and dive into the strategic plan. You just might need to do it over a couple days just to get through it. So I appreciate everybody hopping on. Stephen and Therese, thanks for being my show co-hosts. And for all of you out there, check it out or reach out to us. We're happy to help. Thanks, everybody.